Hello and welcome to episode 7 of our Timberborn update for Let's Play with the Folktales faction. Cycle 20, Day 1. Last time we did a whole bunch of building, made this area look a lot nicer, and improved some other stuff along the way. Built our giant food processing area. We've got a little bit more to do here, a little bit more to do up here, and there's some other stuff we want to get to with our housing. Want to clean this area up a little bit since we moved a lot of our food storage out of here. Build the rest of this secondary housing area and then beautify that a little bit. And then there's a few other things. Plus we haven't really done too much with this district yet. These guys are kind of out of stuff to do, so we're going to give them a little bit of a path to this area over here. Let's actually do that first, since we have this already ready to go. I think what we're going to want to do is just place ourselves a platform right here. We'll just tack it onto the end, or maybe we want to come straight this way. That might actually be better. To come out like so. Just right up here to the middle. Probably would not be a bad choice. We'll just stick a regular... Actually, no, we can do metal stairs, because that's what we decided we're going to be doing. Just put some regular old metal stairs up here. And we'll see if in the range of our... Actually, there isn't anybody over here. We have our lumberjacks have to be able to get at this stuff, but there currently isn't anywhere for them to do that. So I know this might seem kind of weird, might seem kind of dumb, but we're going to have to put one right here, super far away, just to get rid of these trees so we can put something else on there. So let's go ahead and just mark all these. I'll just have this whole thing marked for cutting. Do the next level up also, if I can click in the right spot, just so there's absolutely no mistakes moving forward about what is and is not marked. So we'll let them do that. We'll come back later. We have quite a bit of metal set over here. Interesting shadow artifacting happening on my screen. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's kind of like pulsing up. Huh. Strange. Hopefully the game doesn't have anything wrong with it, or my graphics card. That would be terrible. But anyway, so they're all set, good to go. We have a lot of materials here that have been kind of unceremoniously dumped on the ground. We're going to be fixing a lot of that, and we got to find some places to store the finished packaged foods, the beaver bentos, because this entire thing right here, if we go down, is all full, well, except wheat flour right here, because that's being made by our Dutch windmills, but everything else is pretty well stocked. All the ingredients minus sunflower seeds, those will take a little while to catch up, are pretty good to go. And our packing plants, with the exception of, looks like grilled spatterdock. Actually, I thought this was okay, no, so this is just a hauling issue, but everything looks pretty good. Looks like everything is in a decent spot. We are going to have to do a little bit more organizing. And in fact, we need some more haulers. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to put this dynamite in place. We'll go ahead and turn on turbo mode. Put some dynamite here. I'm going to put a hauling post right here. Not that the location really matters, but this is a pretty easy and convenient place to stick one. So we'll do that. No harm in that. We can always move it if we have to later. And we are eventually working toward not having to have this here and reclaiming some of this land for other purposes. And we got to figure out something to do with all this stuff back here too. We got to part of that with this area right here with our fabulous brick paths, our hedges, and our shrubs, and all that. And you guys seem to enjoy this. We're going to keep doing something like this in most of these areas. And also had a couple of people comment about the area behind here, saying that these vertical flywheels are not exactly in the best interest of our aesthetic mission here. So we might take those out and we'll put them somewhere else, or maybe just not use them at all, because, well, let's we have plenty. We have so much capacity. We really don't need them. It's just kind of one of those hoarding tendencies I've got with regard to power, but it should all be good. We do need to keep expanding this, and that's what I was originally working on, and why I wanted something in between this, because of how the math is going to work out for our pathing. Actually, let's go ahead and do this. set that off, and then we'll go ahead and put in hauling post right here. Get that built. Open that up to 10 beavers. But I will mark it as a lower priority because we currently have a lot of vacancies. We have 25 vacancies. In fact, all of these are completely empty. So what that tells me is we really need to get these housing areas finished. So let's just mark those as a higher priority. Well, actually, that means we can unprioritize this. Well, let's get this housing built because we got to get this filled up. This will be another 18 beavers worth of capacity. We do already have 8 or 9 empty beds. Well, actually, that's after having this become built, I believe. We'll see. It's going to take these guys a little bit of time to get the rest of this. So we'll let them do what they need to do. Keep on doing what we need to be doing here. So I know I said I was going to redo this area a little bit, so we are going to get rid of some of these superfluous things here. Try not to knock over my cup of water while I reach over to do keyboard shortcuts. Water is good. Alright, so we get those out of here. And that opens up a whole lot of space here that we could use to do some other stuff if we so chose. Since those are not currently being used, I'll go ahead and get rid of that. Now, we do have medicine pretty much in all of these medical beds. And we have a full, well, almost full stock of medicine in the healer. I want to build a separate kind of hospital complex somewhere else because I feel like this area right here could be better put to use for some additional housing, especially since we have this monument here. Wow, so our hospital is probably going to end up going maybe even in this general area. We have to move our smelter up to the top here. I have to figure out exactly where that's going to go. Now, we do have these. We have these 3 gear workshops. We have this gear workshop that is not currently being worked in because we don't have enough beavers. And right now, I was going to get rid of all of this, but we are currently generating some power. Actually, no, it doesn't matter because none of these are on anyway. Except we have our explosives factory and the storage of dynamite is full. So actually, none of this matters at all, and we could just indiscriminately get rid of it. I did have a commenter say that, like I said earlier, that these kind of look out of place for the aesthetic, and I do agree. However, we have to have a power connection to this other side here for them to line up. So I'm trying to think of a way to disguise these, whether that's going to be to just put up some roofing on top and figure out some way for this stuff to not look quite so weird. I guess I think that might end up being the best route for us to take is just kind of cover this up, because it is nice to have the power storage in an area that can actually connect to stuff. So I think it's going to be in our best interest to keep this as it is. But I will go ahead and put another gear workshop right there, just so we have those going. But on the back side of this, I'm not going to put any gear workshops. I'm going to have some more lumber mills on the back side of this because we're going to need to make sure we keep our plank numbers up, especially when we get toward botting. Still not entirely sure if I want to have the entire map taken over by bots, but we're definitely going to want them. And we'll have plenty to do in that regard. So, yep, there's our flipping mod thing causing problems again. But that's the way it goes, I suppose. So we'll go ahead and continue what we've been doing over here. Marking these things ready to go, and then I believe we're going to want, actually this one in the corner probably needs to be a ladder. I think that's going to be a smart thing for us to do. Let's move this way. Give 3 ladders right there, and we'll just have this go all the way up to the top. Make sure we mark our path appropriately. And then come here and do not crash, thank you. Stick these guys right like so, and then what that's going to do, of course, is allow us to get rid of all of these buildings and have this connected up here as well. And before we get too far, I did want to go ahead and address not having a windmill here. As a couple of you pointed out, that is something that does need to be added, and I didn't put in last time, so that's taken care of. Good to go now. And then other things, since we're on a rule here, these two tanks should be set to supply. So they'll take from these, and then these guys will stick the water in these tanks first. And then this one should be set to either obtain or regular, and I think that's fine like it is. We might end up moving this somewhere else. Depends on what all we're going to be getting into. And while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and put another little bit of platforms here to go across the lake. I think, yeah, we just want to have nice and simple like that. Just connect all this up together a little bit better. It's not going to increase the range of our forester at all, but it is going to make a little bit faster transit going around different spots, and that is always good. Now, how are we looking over here? This is all done, looking good. This windmill is up and running. Cool. So what we still have not done is we still have not found a good location for the actual finished product. So we're going to need to find somewhere for those to go, and it's probably going to end up being... See, I'm not sure. I don't want to build too many platforms and other stuff over here. But I'm also at kind of a loss for where to put a lot of this stuff. We just don't have enough storage for things, really, is what it boils down to. So I think what we'll do now, since we have so many gears on the ground, I'm going to pause all of our gear workshops. I know that might come back to bite me in the butt, but I'm going to pause them so that when we go to use them, we'll have to refill the warehouses with the stuff that's on the ground. Plus, that saves us some power and some Beaver manpower. So that will be quite useful for us. Alright, this is just about done. Just need this one in place with the planks. They'll get to that in a second. Alright, so what I was doing is cleaning up this area over here a little bit. See if there's any easier, better ways for us to kind of have this whole thing set up. And I'm not really sure what the best route is. I know I was looking for a place to put the healer. We might end up just having to figure something else out for right here. I don't think I can put platforms over these. I believe that was... Oh, I can. Okay, I think that was a change they fixed quite some time ago. And I just don't remember because I was never really that concerned about it. So where would be a good place for a healer? Actually, better question. We have 20,000 science. These guys obviously aren't going to be... Oh, hey, rare Kumiko in the inventor hut right there. I don't know how much more unlocking we're really going to have to do. We do have 20,000. Let's take a look. We've unlocked... we could do the spiral staircases, just get those done. Platforms. It's always resets. Archways. Okay, we've got a decent bit, but I don't think we're in a terrible position. Okay, no, these long tunnels and everything. Okay, we can't get rid of the inventors. I was going to say this could be a good place for a hospital in the middle of the forest. No. We got to keep those guys going on. All right, so the hunt continues. Need to find. It doesn't need to be too far away from everything else we got going on, but it also shouldn't be taking up a whole lot of space for no reason, you know. So I think, and also this needs to go away. This giant warehouse elevated in the middle of this spot right here. So I don't know. I would ask you guys to say in the comments where you want this hospital to go, but I know I'm going to have it built for the end of the episode. So none of you guys are going to see that. So here's what we'll do right here. Is I'm going to put in a ladder right here. And we're going to build ourselves a second story with some lodges up here. Now we have, looks like 4 by 6 which is enough space for us to put a couple of these and then another rooftop terrace like we've got set up over here. So if we want to go about it that way, and I'm trying to see what would be the best way to do that. So I might as well just kind of continue doing what we did before. Just stick, yeah, I guess right there, I think is what we had. Rooftop terraces, I'll stick one more right here. And then we'll just come over here. I believe what we're going to want is to have that and that like so. And then in the middle, we can have something else. Like, how do we have... Yeah, we had those actually together, but I don't like how that looks. So in the middle here, let's see. We got decorations, we got well-being. I don't think there's very many 2x2 things. But we could do a quick 1-2 punch of maybe... Actually, that's kind of ugly. I don't know how I feel about that. But what I will do 2x2 roofing right here. And that'll be a-okay. We'll put paths up like this and like this. And then I think we'll just end up sticking one of these guys in. Like so right there. That doesn't look bad. The only reason I'm not doing stairs is because that's kind of a waste of space now that we have ladders. This doesn't look bad. So we have a 2x2 spot. I can put another one of these housing units here, or I could put something 2x2. I don't think we need another monument. Oh, I forgot there's an update to the greatest craftsmanship mod is what it's called now. Instead of the most treated plank, we now have the great gear and the dirty dirt, which we'll go ahead and unlock. The mod is the building flipper mod is flipping out, but we'll be building some more of that stuff. Anyway, the farmer monument would fit here, but this is a little excessive, just a little bit, to stick right there like that. So I think the best option for us here is going to be to just put in another lodge and just kind of stick with that right there. I don't have any other real roofing things to stick in except for maybe like that. Doesn't look too bad. Give us a nice influx of some new beavers here, hopefully soon. And there we go. So that's an improvement there. I'm kind of tempted to take this out and build a little bit more of an efficient design. I know that's not really the best thing we've got going on over here. So actually, if we did that, if we took this out, let's pause for a second. Take this out. We could actually build a hospital here on part of the land and then have a stack of beaver homes somewhere else. So I actually like that idea because this is all empty now. Let's just, you know what? Let's just clear this whole thing. Get rid of all this. And then build it new. See what we're going to get at here. So right here we do have a teeth grindstone. I'm just going to get rid of all this. Lumberjack doesn't matter. Gather flag, and this is all empty. So let's just start from scratch. We have all this space. Now we can try to plan stuff a little bit baked into the hillside here. Probably would not be the worst thing ever. If I put in right here, gather a flag and then a lumberjack flag, pushing the correct button this time. Then we come around here with a path. Then that allows us to build in here. That'll give us, let's see, 2, 4, 6 wide, or we could go 5 and then a path this way. We already have this monument here. I think that's probably about where that needs to stay. And underneath we have the raw chestnut storage, which honestly is fine. Not really that big of a deal. Although I think we probably don't need to worry about a chestnut collection that much. Actually, I don't see very many trees with actual chestnuts on them. There's some in the middle here. So maybe we leave that alone. But another thing that was requested, is this empty too? Man, we have we have enough space, I think, to do an efficient farming setup. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a YouTuber by the name of Skalty, but he's, I guess, probably most famous for doing satisfactory efficiency builds, but he's also recently started playing Timberborn. So he's got a good take on the game and the design aesthetic and everything. So if you want to go check him out. But he has an efficient farm design that we don't really need to completely duplicate, but I did want to show you how it worked. So basically what he's done is he's taken, oh, I placed that the wrong way, off to a good start. He's done, I keep pressing T to try to turn buildings, 2 medium warehouses, and he's got, for irrigation as well, he's got levees here, 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 and here for a water dump, which we aren't going to need to use, but I'll just go ahead and build this anyway because that's how he has it set up. So he's got this like so, and then he has farmhouses, efficient farmhouses on top right here. And then because he's not using the mods, he's got this whole thing set up like so. And then he's got, well, this one right here is not a, it's not a path. He's got a small water storage right here, and then he's got this path on the bottom coming out like so. I don't know, it might be kind of hard to see. And then he's got a staircase here, and he's got a staircase here. So it's actually, if you turn off the rubble, that's kind of in the way, really annoying looking. It's a really nice looking build. And I'm not going to build it this way because we don't need all of this. But that is a really cool idea that he came up with. At least he's the first place I've seen it. Maybe somebody else came up with it before. But if you're in a spot where you don't have the land irrigated and you need it to be irrigated, then this is a very good early game strategy to do that. Of course, we do have in the folktales, we do have the irrigation towers, and because I have mods, I have all this other stuff to play with, which we might get into eventually. But the core of his idea that I think is really good is putting the farms on top of the storage, and this is something that a lot of you have mentioned in the comments as well. So we have the opportunity over here to actually do something similar, even though we don't need all of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and, oh, I just deleted a, what do you call it? That's what I get for trying to do something different here. All right, so that's all gone. That's taken care of. We'll just let these guys start cleaning up here. And actually, we'll put this on 1x speed because I don't want these beavers to be homeless when night comes. But we have all this space right here. This large tank really isn't doing anybody any favors where it is. So I figure we have all this empty storage, and the berries, I'm just really not concerned about the berries right now. We'll get that fixed at some point. But I did think it would be smart for us to have at least a little bit of raw material storage, and maybe one more farmhouse right here, and this will clean up a little bit more space for us to do other things with. So if I were to put right here, back to back like this, it's not taking up enough space. But if I do this, then we have the ability to come out the front here with some other stuff. We can put some other smaller storages or maybe some piles. I don't think we really need anything like that, but if we were to do, say, for example, something like this, now we have the ability to come in here, put in a path like that, and stick a platform right here. And now we've got space up top for 3 farmhouses. We don't need 3, but it might be something we want to get into at some other point in time. So what I think we'll do is we can either have it go sideways like this, or we can just have it come straight across like so. But we'll go ahead. We'll stick this we'll stick this farmhouse right here on this side. And then underneath here, we have some space for some other stuff we can do for well-being. I think I can put a shrine underneath, either in the middle. Let's try that. Ah, I was wrong. Does not support shrines. Unfortunate. And here I am thinking that I was actually smart with doing this. So I'm going to put a ladder there on the corner. It's going to make some ugly pathing, but that's going to work out just fine. Put that there. Or, hear me out. I'm trying to think. Oh, this is going to be all glitched out, isn't it? Because of the flipping. I kind of like the idea of these other staircases. Let's get rid of that. Spiral staircase left, spiral staircase right, decoration stair. Let's just unlock all these. And I'll see. I get the flipping to stop flipping. Put that guy there, then I can do the opposite over here. Actually, no, that's not going to be the right spot. No, I can still flip the building. That's right. Oh, boy. There we go. That works. So now we have space in the middle to put something else if we so desire, but they haven't built that yet. So let's go ahead and set these. We're growing carrots. We're growing sunflower seeds. We don't have a lot of storage. Well, we do have a lot of storage for carrots. I'm not worried about that. And sunflower seeds, but what we don't have is storage for some other stuff. We could even possibly make this storage for packaged foods. Or this could just be extra overflow storage, but I don't think at this point in time we need to worry about either of the things that the farms are growing. So let's just make this packaged food storage. No harm in doing so, but we should take a look at these other things for raw materials. I don't think potatoes are going to be a problem. I don't think spatterdock is going to be a problem. Wheat is too far away. Wheat flour, that's way over there. So, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I'm just wasting my time sitting here doing this, but probably not the worst thing that we've ever built here. So we'll just leave that alone. And then actually, now that this is just about done, we'll get that going. Let's actually pause because I need to have housing built before it's too late here. We have 10 homeless beavers. We're not going to get any more beavers working like that. So the intent behind building this here was to open up some space here, which I actually think we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Oh, chestnuts. Chestnuts. That's what we can be storing here. And actually probably should be the chestnuts. We'll stick those right here for no other reason than we can. Lots more storage for the chestnuts, so we can get rid of this. And then by proxy, get rid of this whole thing here and build a much, much better use of land. Now we have this can actually get deleted. This can get deleted. This can get deleted, yeeted, deleted. Medical beds. Okay, I'm not going to kick anybody out while they're actually in the medical bed. Not that heartless. Okay. So that's all done. So now this is almost free and clear. Our farmer monument. This is not the best place for it, but if we're going to have housing here, then I think we'll just leave that in place. But what I do want to do, oh, the metal stairs, they give that bonus. I guess I shouldn't get rid of those. I was going to try to do something a little bit more aesthetically pleasing here. So I think what we'll end up doing here is just get rid of our additional pathways here. We don't really need this to go all the way up now that we have this staircase, so we'll get rid of that. All in the name of making things look just a little bit nicer. Alright, cool. So once everything is picked up off the ground, that is, this is going to look quite nice. So let's think about our hospital area. We just need the healer to be in kind of a central location. So I think what is going to be the best thing for us to do is just to kind of have a little bit of a row of these medical beds. It doesn't have to connect all the way around. That's not the not going to be the issue here. So I'll just have this come out the front like so, and this can all be capped. We have 8 medical beds. How many do we currently have incapacitated? 1. And I think we had we might have had 8 beds already. I think realistically that should be enough for right now, but we'll go ahead and leave ourselves the option to build that up in the future again. Please do not crash on me, thank you. So we just have this here. We can go ahead and finish this off with a nice little roofing area right there. It's nothing big, but it does look a whole lot better than just a smattering of mess everywhere else. And I don't think we need to worry about having a storage for the medicine itself. That might come later. But for right now, this will end up being just fine. So we'll take these out. If this guy ever leaves, then we'll take that out. Pause again, because I want to make sure we have this housing at some point closer than that. So let's give the hospital a nice hedge around here. Just an easy way for stuff to be kind of separated a little bit. And actually, we can give them a nice, let's give them a nice path. Do the same over here. We have all these other paths. We don't really use them. The bricks for industrial, I think, is nice. Gravel path, stone path, metal path, wood path, plastered wood path. Let's try the stone path, see how that looks. Yeah, that's kind of classy. Like that. So that's looking nice. We'll have our hedges here, which we could actually, we could take out these two and put in some, where's my shrubs? Yeah, we'll put in a couple of shrubs right there to kind of match our idea for decorating that we had over in this area. Yeah, looks pretty nice. We'll zoom back in. We already have our roofing tile stuff taken care of, so we're just going to kind of leave that alone for the time being. And then right here we can have a different housing area. We haven't unlocked triple lodges yet, so let's see how these fit. All right, this isn't really a perfect fit here. As you can see, it's going to be kind of less than ideal. The backs of these don't look too bad, though. So if we can figure out a good spot to put these where there's actually going to be space for them to, fit places, then maybe that would be smart, maybe not. I don't know. I like the idea of just having, we got these four right here, then some space in between. But then we're going to be knocked out of symmetry with the other stuff. So maybe we want to turn it this way, turn it to the side. I'm probably driving some of you insane right now trying to get this set up in a way that doesn't look completely garbage. Yeah, I didn't do myself any favor with the even numbered sides here. So maybe for right now, this is going to be good enough to just come in here like so. Do three like this. And then having the two spots in the middle really isn't ideal, so I don't think we want to do that. But if we have these three like so, then we can have our pathing going around here again. Maybe we want the middle. Yeah, let's put the... I know, someone is screaming at their computer right now because of how inefficient of a space this is. But that's fine. We're going to have a good time anyway. Alright, there we go. So that works. A little beaver complex here. And down here in the bottom, we've got some space. We're going to have ladders going up. So it would be probably a smart idea to have some storages down here. And then in the middle, there's not really much we can put here. Unless we had another ladder. Oh yeah, now we're just being stupid for the whole purpose of being stupid. What can I put in here? I guess we could have some packaged foods. Just spread the storage of this stuff all over the place. A super compact ladder in the middle. Make sure this is rotated the correct way. So if you have ladders like that, then they can ascend here. They can walk across the top. And then, okay, I can't have that face the doorway there. So they're going to have to be, I think, on either end. Yeah, that's going to work. That's going to work nice. So we'll have that like so. Everything will connect. And then these guys can keep going up. We'll put platforms up top here. Or we could just maybe leave that open. I don't think we can. But what we can do up here is we can either put in another level of lodging. Or we could just say, you know what? This is a good spot for some rooftop terraces. We could actually fit 4 of them up here. And then in the middle here, we got some space for either some shrubs or some roofs or something. But this is not the. Oh, you know what? You know what we can do? You know what we can do? We haven't messed with this yet at all. We've got all these pillars. Yeah, look at this. Pillar, 1-leg pillar, 2-leg pillar, 3-leg pillar, pillars with braces, staircase pillar, pillar top, platform 2x2. Yeah, so what I was thinking of is we could actually put in like a pillar kind of in the middle here and then have overhangs. Might look cool. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. Side platforms, yeah, let's just do pillars. Let's unlock the pillar. Okay, that doesn't look bad. Well, the question is, the side platforms have to be attached to cliffs, levees, reinforced platforms, or platform middle pieces. So reinforced platforms, like this. Okay. Cannot go on top of this. Why? Does it have to go on the ground? Okay. All right, so that's not ideal. Yeah, this is what happens when I figure this out in real time. All right, so let's look at our side platforms. Cliffs, levees, reinforced platforms, or platform middle pieces. So where's a platform middle piece? Just this guy? I don't think it's metal piece. If I do this, let's just wow, that takes 30 metal blocks for a 4x. I don't think we want that. I'll just go ahead and unlock these first two and see. Okay, so that's red. That's angry. So that's not going to work. Side platform. Middle piece. 1 high. 1.5 high. What is this? I just have not messed with any of this stuff. Alright. Why can I not... why can I not place this anywhere? Am I just doing this wrong? It's not showing up with anything. All right, so I have made a grave error, it seems. Trying to figure this out. I wish I could build this on top of stuff, but I guess it has to be on the ground. That's annoying. I thought I could get this. I thought I could get this to be something that would make sense, but I guess not. So how about instead of doing this insane thing here, what if we just do, I didn't have to delete all those. Just put a couple of rooftop terraces here, and then instead of worrying about all that other stuff, we can just put in, see here, I want to be able to build stuff on top of this, but I don't think it's going to let me. Like if I have that there pillar, I want to attach to this. Melting my brain. That's fine. We'll just have this set here. It's all right. Pair those doorways up, and then we'll just have our decorative roofs put in here. Got 2x3s, we got 3x2s. I guess it's probably fine to just have this kind of set up like that. It's not the most beautiful thing ever, but it does work. And that's just gonna have to be good enough. Although, I guess we're gonna have to just have regular platforms on top of all of this. We can have the roofs in the middle. Or am I just insane? I think that's what this is. I've been trying to figure out for the longest time the right way to have all this set up. We're just not going to worry about it. How about that? we're just really, really not going to worry about it. So I lied. They're going to have to go to bed without some place to sleep. But they'll be all right. We just got to get them to build everything else. There we go. That's progress. They'll pick that up in the morning. But hopefully this isn't, isn't just complete garbage. It ends up actually, you know, working. It's going to be a lot of extra places for beavers to sleep, which is nice. I just wish I could have done some sort of awning over this. I guess it's not to be unless I were to delete one of the buildings in the middle and try to figure something else out with that. But for now, all we can do is just kind of chill, wait for them to build a whole bunch of stuff, and then see what happens from there. So medical beds going in first, then they're going to put that healer back in. And then all of the rest of this will get built. And then hopefully before too long, we'll have all the lodges built. Got a lot of rubble. Although the storage for the packaged foods down at the bottom of this, I think, is going to be a smart thing. So let's actually, while we're here, let's just set all of these to be obtain. So they're always stocked, because the beavers, any of the beavers that are sleeping here, can just immediately go get some food. Nice and easy like. The only thing we're really missing here is going to be water, which we can pretty easily, well, not fix, but we can augment our water supply by putting a couple of those small tanks right here by the farm. That's looking good. And of course, we took away the tooth grindstones, so I need to have something somewhere for that. Which theoretically is something that could go in the medical center area, but I don't really have a great spot to put it. So let's see. Let's see. Do I have somewhere up here that would make sense? I guess I could put one up here, just so it has somewhere to go. No, but this is all ready to go, looking nice. Boy in here is pumping out the medicine for us. In the process of getting all of this mess constructed. But hopefully that ends up looking nice. Nicer, at least. Yeah, see, now we're down some packaged foods. Let's find out what's going on with that. Because these guys were missing... oh, they're actually not. Well, their supply on the maple pastries is a little low, but it kind of always is. Got Nano in here making some maple pastries. Who else is working in here? Nobody. Nobody we know. Oh, here's Anonymous making cattail crackers. Nobody in the hauling post, as expected. So I guess we can't use... Now hold on. Did I just do a stupid as for how this is supposed... Oh, okay, that's the problem. I didn't have No, that's marked for path. I guess I was just dumb. All right, well, that's fine. Now we have 25 empty beds. We're getting there. Good news is we should have some nice stats on our rooftop terraces. Looking pretty good. We needed a campfire. That was one thing we took out and did not replace. So I think that could fit in somewhere around here, maybe? We have all of this space that we're not using. So what if we did... Yeah, I could just put that there. It's not going to fit there because it's not on the ground. I could do 3 of these, except the shower's in the way. Well, I can move the shower. That's not a big deal. It's also not really the best spot for it. Here I go again, trying to fix problems by not fixing old problems. So this has to be connected somehow. I think we need to have some sort of landscaping there. So maybe we just want to have that like so. Put in, let's see, shrubs. Yeah, we can have a shrub on the outside here, so there's actually a benefit to it. Then have those go like so. And then one more shrub in the middle. So you get even coverage. Yep, very good, very good. And then campfire. Where am I going to put this? I guess I could put one here. Would not be the worst possible place for it. Then I could still have the paths connect. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just have the paths come back this way, at least for a little bit. Because we do have to have one of these set up somewhere. Well, I think this is an improvement. It's not the most beautiful thing I've ever made, but it's better than nothing. I'm sure I've forgotten all sorts of important stuff over here while I've been messing with all of that. But I think we're probably doing fine. We do need to relocate our smelter. That is one thing we really need to make sure we're doing. Is taking care of all of this, and we need a lot more paper. A lot more paper. That's something we're going to put over here. So I was trying to figure out if I wanted to put paper mills on the back side of this, or if I wanted to do some other stuff. Because in terms of processing the wood, you pretty much just have lumber mills, cure workshops, paper, and then wood workshop and the printing press are 4x2s, and these are all 3x2s, but different directions. So if we were to put paper mills, they wouldn't fit quite the same way. So I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss here. Okay, here's a drought. Not that that's a thing we really need to be that concerned about. Well, I do think it's time to just go ahead and rip all of this up. Explosives factory it's full, so we just go ahead and figure something else out for that. Yeah, so let's just get rid of all of that. Now our storage of the power here isn't really going to be of any use now that this is all disconnected, which is unfortunate, but we do have, remember, all of this stored power down here. It's going to be very nice to be able to take advantage of that. So one thing we probably should be doing more of is having good storage for our actual stuff, not just the power. But the problem with that is the way that the Folktales piles are set up. You can't stack them. They're actual just, piles on the ground. And you only have 1x1, you have 3x3, and then you have the 3x3 underground that you can't build anything on top of unless you have some sort of a platform extender over the top, which we can do. It just is kind of annoying. So if we want, what we can actually do here, we just had all of this put in place, but let's take a look at our 4x2s. We have printing presses. We're not going to need that many wood workshops, but we could put in, if we take out our vertical framed flywheels, we could put a bunch of 4x2 stuff here. So that could be, like, for example, your explosives factories could be right here, and book factories and stuff. We do have the printing press here, which I think is fine to leave that there. But, yeah, this is going to be an issue in a little bit, but for right now, I don't think we need to be concerned about it. Yeah, let's just get rid of these guys, because we really only need this thing right here and not be in the way. So let's do, this will just be danger land right here. We've got explosives factories. So I'll put 2 of those in, and then we'll put in another printing press right here. Okay, this is yeah, that's the ladder. That's another thing. We got to get this all figured out. I can put behind this, should be one of those framed flywheels. And then on the back of this, we'll put, I guess another gear workshop probably would not be the worst thing. Or since it's on the side, could put a paper mill. Yeah, and the paper mill actually kind of fits with the whole thing we've got going on here too, so that's fine. This no longer needs to be connected here. What is... That's just the platform going on top of that. Yes, so let's put in our piles here. We'll just have this whole thing come across like that. Let's see what... Here we got logs. We got planks. We got more logs. So this probably needs to be... scrap metal. Oh, I was going to put smelters up here. That's what I was going to do. Well, we still can. No problems there. We'll put scrap metal on this side. Scrap metal here, scrap metal there. Regular metal. I guess we can do 2 of those. And then we already have storage for planks. Treated plank storage we desperately need. So we'll just stick a couple of those there. We are going to do more storage. Don't worry. It's just one of those things where that's an easy way to fill this space and it won't be too terribly difficult. But one thing we can do, now that I know how these work, reinforced platforms. Okay, yeah, let's research the double reinforced platform. Are you kidding me? Oh, I got flywheels under this. Hold on. All right. Okay, I did a dumb once again. I know. To absolutely nobody's surprise. All right, I'll just admit defeat and put those back. I want to use these side platforms, but I have nowhere to put them. It's just not the easiest thing to get a hold of here. We just have so much other stuff sitting around. I'm trying to get them to use this stuff. I guess we'll just we'll pause all those things too, so they have to use the scraps on the ground. All right, so I got that paper mill there. I'm trying to keep this into a brick. There we go. Get that set up like so. And then all of this mess needs to go away. All of this probably also needs to go away. Now, can I know this might be kind of stupid. Oh, that doesn't transmit power downward. Never mind. I was about to say that would be a very smart usage of space, but it's not going to work that way. That's too bad. All right, path. Get that gone here. Just get rid of all of this. So these things, what we need to do is get these connected back again before it's too late. This week we got all sorts of mess going on here. All right, let's just do this. At least so we don't have to worry about all of this power going to waste. Get some of us connected up here. Yeah, the rest of this is probably going to end up going away anyway, but gives them something to build so that at least the power can be somewhat harnessed from this. Boy, what a mess this is. All right. It's so hard to see with all this stuff on the ground. Begging the beavers to just come pick up this garbage. All right. Otherwise, stuff's looking good. We're just kind of very slowly figuring out what we're having to do here. Good news is we have 20 unemployed beavers. All right, I know I left these guys alone forever ago, and then it never actually fixed this at all. So let's do that. Give them a path. Get rid of that lumberjack flag, and now these guys can start taking these things down. All right. Left them with nothing to do forever. That's not what they wanted to see. Okay, so back to the disasters area over here. There's still all this stuff on the ground. My God. Yeah, we're going to have some sort of storage over here. It's just not the best looking thing we've ever made. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put a... oh, can I not? There's a path under there, that's why. All right. I like the idea of these paper mills. Taking up those spaces we can't really do too much else with. Okay, put that back in there. And then our 4 wides up here, let's put in, yes, we need smelters. I'm going to put in, let's say 2 of those for right now, just to take up some space. We know we can use those. All right, so that's in place. Let's put in, I know this is ugly, but I do want to actually connect stuff. So I'm just going to do this. All right. That ought to help at least a little bit. Hopefully they can take advantage of all that. All right. So other paper mill here will give us 3, which should be enough to keep up, I think, as long as we're not having to make a ton of dynamite. Should be okay. 2 smelters should be enough. And then we're going to want to put in another couple of these lumber mills. But that might end up having to be someplace else, at least. Right now this seems to be decent. Not the best thing we've ever made, but it's something. Now come use all this rubble, all this stuff. I guess I don't really want to build all the giant ugly storages for everything everywhere. Let's see, planks. We got storage for planks. We don't have storage for logs. We need more log storage. Which we have this up here. This is already full. Where else am I going to store logs? I don't have space up here. At least not for the big buried one. They still have not cut down all of my maple trees. Which I guess means they don't have anywhere to stick the stuff when we do get to that point. So I guess we have to just... I hate that I can't put anything anywhere. I guess we just kind of have to start making some ugly storage. Just so we can have log storage. I miss the stackable piles so much. You have no idea. No idea. Well, that's not the worst looking thing ever, and that'll get us another 80 logs. That's not really going to do too much. But it's, you know, it's something. I still want to figure out a way to put some sort of an awning over this, but I don't think it's going to happen. Not unless all of this was just reinforced all the way down, which I don't think is going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to work. That's too bad. So what is all this? Grow potatoes, packaged foods. All right. Total storage for packaged food is 1920. I don't think we're going to be in any danger of running out of space the way the consumption is currently going. Dandelions and medicine. Look at, we just don't have anywhere to put any of this stuff. Treated planks. We just need ways to spend all of this stuff, and we don't have, well, not nearby at least, anywhere to use the treated planks until we get to the abandoned mines. But this is interesting. If we can harvest all of this, then this will be a very good place to put our observatory. And we're going to have some sort of power for it, like I said earlier. But yeah, that is going to be really cool to put observatory up here. And then we'll probably just put a single windmill and then one of those flywheels in between. I don't think it's really going to be that big of a deal. But we'll do that, and then we're going to want living quarters for our researchers. So let's actually, I'll just, hold on, what kind of tree is this? It's an oak tree. Well, okay, we're flush on logs. I can just delete this. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. But we'll get rid of that. I think this guy, yeah, he's just plugging away, getting all that scrap metal. It's going to take a little bit of time, but once we have 2 smelters going, it should go a little bit faster. Should not be too much longer before that's up and running. They're still waiting on materials for this. I guess the builders are pretty busy, huh? Fabrizio and Darticus over here in the builders' huts. Working hard. This large pile. I'm just going to go ahead for right now and make this an underground pile. There's no reason not to. Makes me so irritated when they go down here. I don't think there's any way for them to actually get at these, or... I don't know, they can get at it. We'll just see what ends up happening here. Make that a priority so that hopefully I can scoop up the rest of this stuff off the ground here. Don't need any more storage for grilled potatoes. Although we are out of regular potatoes. That's starting to not be able to keep up. But the rate we're using all of this stuff, it doesn't seem to be fast enough. Let's go ahead, though, and double the output of our packing plant. Well, it might not double it, but increase it by hiring the other slots here. Because I think we can be consuming more of this stuff. Let's see, grilled spatterdock. Are we actually producing enough spatterdock? I don't know that we are. And one thing I was going to do last time that we did not do was build another aquatic farmhouse. So let's not forget to do that. Go to stick that guy right there. And that should increase our harvesting efficiency. And they can't reach all the way over here. But they can get pretty close. I don't think I want to plant anything over here. I don't think we need to either. We'll see what happens. The grilled spatterdock might end up being something we have to get a little bit faster with. We'll see. They're taking their sweet time building this, though. Waiting on gears and planks. We actually have one free bed, not free bread. Yep, stats looking decent. We definitely need more campfires. Greatest craftsmanship. Yeah, we got to build these things. I just have to find a good spot to put those. We haven't done anything with the beautiful dam pieces. Scarecrows, beaver statues. Could do more with that. The monuments, of course. Carousels, mud baths, and Ferris wheels are still quite a ways away. But books should be getting better. Should be getting better. Shrines, we need to build some shrines and temples. So let's take a look. Where are our books? I know I have storage somewhere. Or was that one of the ones we just got rid of? I think that's what it was. The book storage is probably only in where books get stored. Or maybe one of them was here? Okay, these are books. So those need to be closer to where the beavers actually live. So I'll tell you what. Let's do... It's not going to let me click on this, is it? This warehouse. Nope, this one. That can be books. That works. That'll get at least some of them in the hands of beavers. And it's set to obtain, so that shouldn't be a big deal. Haulers can take care of that. 36 unemployed beavers. So we got to figure out some stuff for them to do. We're making progress, though. We're getting there. It is a process, for sure. How is this looking? We don't have any water here. So maybe this is something we should have prioritized by haulers. It probably should be all of these prioritized by haulers, because we have these set to be supply. So that's probably okay. I guess we need to have some more pumps. So that's something else that we can be doing here. I think, yeah, let's just go ahead and pop this in here. Put in 2 more pumps. And that should help us out a little bit. Another 50% increase there. Logs. Yes, prioritized by haulers. This one probably should be, or should have already been set that way. And I've had all this production paused for, like, I don't know, this entire time. And we still have not Still have not needed any of it. I wonder why that pause icon is so much higher. Is it because of the windmill collision? That is pretty funny that the pause status icon has collision with the other items. Did not think that would be a thing. So we'll keep our eye on that. Cattail roots. We have so much other stuff. We're really not in too bad of a position. We have so much cattail flower. So I'll tell you what we'll do is I'm going to, I almost said de-zone. I'm going to unplant every other row of cattails, and we're going to turn that into spatterdock. Seems to be a big imbalance in the amount that we're growing here. We have tons of cattail flower, tons of cattail roots, just a little lacking in the spatterdock department. So we'll let them get their stuff going here. While I remember to mute my Facebook notifications during recording. I love it when that happens. Thank you, people, for messaging me unnecessarily while I'm attempting to record a YouTube video. All right. So, yeah, they're going to go ahead and get some of that stuff out, and we'll start replanting just as soon as that is available. We'll let that go for a little bit. We'll come back in a couple minutes and see exactly what's going on. These guys, I actually could have them prioritize the spatterdock. Oh, because these guys are already prioritizing cattail. That's probably exactly why that's the case. And that's fine to have that like that. That'll work out okay. So this is being used to treat plank storage. Metal blocks. Scrap metal is actually not filling up as fast as I thought. So let's give them a boost. We have the ability for these guys to be putting in the work. We have so many unemployed beavers. Let's just put in a couple more gather flags, get the rest of this figured out. We'll be all good to go. They have tons to harvest still over here. These guys are going to keep themselves busy, I am sure. Meanwhile, this looks to be full. Log storage. Oh, we only have 80 log storage here? Well, they should be taking it across the district center. Shouldn't be that big of an issue. Should be fine there. So we just have a huge supply of logs that we don't need quite yet. Look at all this. We still have all of this sitting here, and I've had planks turned off forever. So they really should not be having any issues here at all. Alright, so we've got 2 smelters. I think we're probably okay on metal storage, metal production, because we do have those underground storages. I just don't know what else we really need to have over here. Books seem to still kind of be a slowly made thing here. Paper, we have plenty of paper. Do I just go ahead and add another printing press? I think we might as well. Just take advantage of it while we can. Keep those beavers nice and educated. Now, let's see if I have 3 here, 3 here. Yeah, we could just have this whole thing go along the side. We are going to need more paper eventually, so let's just go ahead and have that set up like so. Cap that off on the end. And there we go. You're not going to be able to have bricks over the platform, of course, but that will at least be a somewhat nice looking cap to the end there. So that leaves us with this space on this other side here, currently occupied by a whole bunch of flywheels that we admittedly probably don't need. And part of me wants to have put the horizontal framed flywheels under this too, but I don't think we really need to. The amount of power storage we already have is quite sufficient. But if we ever had to, we probably would have no problem filling space up here. Actually, how much do those take? I kind of want to tear this up and build some, honestly. I kind of want to do it just because we can. For no other reason. Is that excessive? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Realistically, we don't need the power, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. If it becomes a problem, then we can always go back and do that later. But I really want to get this cleared and have our observatory up here. I think that would be a fantastic way to conclude today. So why don't we go ahead, blow this up, because I'm going to put a lodge down here and put some sort of other stuff on top of this. But we can go ahead and start building observatory. I think can go right here. Would end up looking pretty nice. So we'll go ahead and get that situated. Give them some reason to start using some other stuff here. There's really not that much scrap metal left, so we'll let them do that. We still have all of this, all of these planks and paper and logs and stuff. They just don't have room for all of our storage. So I wonder why. I guess they're just focused on building other stuff. Treated plank storage, dandelions, medicine. We're probably never going to get rid of those. This is all treated plank storage. All treated planks. All right, so we have to have, gotta have a storage for treated planks, I guess. Metal blocks, planks, logs. I was trying to avoid making the big ugly storages here, but you know what? We just got to get this stuff cleaned up. So let's just put a treated plank storage there and just be done with it. That'll end up being fine. Okay, yeah, they're going to build that first. And come over here and build this, unless I have this set up another way. Well, we don't need to rush them. That's fine. All right, so we are. Wow, they still haven't. I love the frog sound being back here, and the cattails. I don't know. I guess I couldn't get it to make the sound again. That's too bad. Berries, 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 berries. We really don't need to be concerned about the berries. I'm just going to leave these here. I know we deleted the storage, and I guess it's all still here. Yeah, so we just don't have any, don't have anywhere else to put them currently at the moment. All right, so I'll tell you what. Let's just build another builder's hut. No real reason not to, right? We have tons of beavers that have nothing to do, bored out of their minds. All right, so wheat flour is being made. We seem to not be running into any problems supplying bread, so that's good. I mean, the production's going fine. It's just not all being consumed. Probably should have been building a whole lot more today. Done some big project. Because don't forget, we have trains. We have not gotten into the choo-choo at all. And we now have passenger stations. I haven't messed with those at all. Probably will want to do that off camera to see if I can figure out exactly how all of that is supposed to work. But yeah, that's going to be cool when we get to that, because I have this idea to have trains going all over the map. Passenger service between districts, if they'll even want to use it that way. An efficient and good supply all the way up here with some, I guess I should say, rather lofty ideas for what I'm going to do with all this land. I don't want to make promises I can't keep quite yet, but it's going to be really cool when we get here. Another several episodes once we make the trek up this direction. I guess we could call that north, maybe. Not entirely sure, but I guess we just assume that. I know the direction of the sun probably is not going to back me up on that. If the... Okay, we can't actually see the sun, but if we could follow the shadows, that would lead me to believe, based on how the shadows are moving, now they're going to disappear. This direction might actually be north for sun purposes. Yeah, because now we'll see it going this way as it goes to set in the west. Or is that the west? I don't know. Math is hard. Yeah, if that's the west, the sun's in the west, which means it's going to cast a shadow this way, which is east. Which means... Oh, I clicked out of the game. Which means this is actually north. Let's not assign directions to that. That's complicated. And it's melting my brain, so let's not do that. Alright, who's lacking material? The grill does not have potatoes. Okay, good. We have too many potatoes. That is A-okay. Pick up the potatoes that are already on the ground. And all the grilled potatoes that are sitting on the ground over here. Though we still have packaged foods sitting on the ground. The haulers have nothing else? Nothing else going on? Do I have to build another hauling post to try and pick up all this other garbage off the ground? Like, seriously, I've had these things turned off for most of the episode. And they still haven't to go pick stuff up. Sheesh. Alright, so the observatory is done. It has 4 slots. One of these has 3 beds. So I think what we'll have to do here, just put a regular 3-bed lodge for our research scientists. Got a little bit of ruins left. And we'll go ahead and start construction on our large windmill, which I guess we could go ahead and stick right there. Be pretty easy to get done, and then we'll just put a nice flywheel in the center. That's going to be the framed one. It can't be that one. Vertical framed one. There we go. Let's rotate this. I guess we'll just stick that there. They can still get into it. Get this all cleared up. And then we'll have a nice little buffer. It stores 2000 HPH. This will make up to 400. And this requires, I believe, 200 to operate. Is that what it is? Yes. So this should work out pretty nicely here. We'll give them a nice path. What does the wood folktails path look like? That's not bad. Alright, wood folktails path. There we go. Yeah, just a little bit of scrap metal left. Got 14. And that one right there. Only one of these can work at a time, I believe is what the issue is. So we'll leave them alone. But observatory being finished right there is going to be nice. Still says we only have 5 planks, but I know for a fact we have a lot just sitting on the ground. I love this. The flavor text on the Rebel. Materials left after demolishing a building, blah, blah, blah. It blocked the view anyway. Is there multiple ones, or is that just... Okay, that's the only one. Yeah, okay. Still cool, though. And they are very slowly picking up different stuff here. I wish they'd just grab these cattails. I know. Someone is saying, hey, you should just, you know, delete them because you don't need them. You could use the Spatterdock much more instead. But what fun would it be if I just did that all the time, huh? Probably wouldn't be that much fun, would it? Well, we'll plant the Spatterdock anyway. All right. I'm just gonna do it. Is this a mistake to do this much? Maybe. But I don't think we're gonna worry about it. We have so much already. I think it's gonna end up being a much better move for us to just make room. Get these guys to just take care of it. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, can they... Oh, they can't reach this. They can't reach this. Okay, so we're going to have to just have this naturally harvested. Alright, well, in due time, that'll end up working out just fine. Still not picking this stuff up. I guess they're just going to take their sweet time. So let's help them out. Let's put in, just in the interest of accomplishing something here, Come on, give me my mouse back. All right, if I put in this guy up here, we'll just build this up here. Put that guy right there, and I'll do one here. I just got to have somewhere for these beavers to be assigned to work. There's way too many unemployed beavers. I'll mark those as lower priorities so they don't all end up working there. But yeah, let's get this taken care of. Get this stuff picked up. Clean up the town, man. Come on. Come on. We got plenty of other stuff going on here. We don't need to be clogging up all of our spots here. I am going to go ahead and put in a medicine tank just so we can pick that up off the ground. So it is kind of ugly. And I think there's a decent bit that's actually there, ready to go in. So we'll let the haulers take care of that. Might actually need more than one of these. Oh, there's so much medicine. So much medicine. I guess it's really only necessary if you have beavers that actually need it, but oh well. We'll have storage for it anyway. Dandelions. We probably don't need this many dandelions, honestly. It's fine. They haven't picked any of this up. It's all just logs. It's all just logs. And I'm still not going to turn these back on because we have all this stuff sitting down here, all these planks. So they should be okay. Alright, so this is now done and working. Hey, Dealanach, welcome to the observatory crew. Who lives in here? I hope it's... Oh, none of the people that work in the observatory are living in this lodge. So that ought to change at some point soon. Alright, well, let's get rid of that. We got scrap metal to take care of there, and then the rest of the scrap metal that's coming into this district is going to be imported from over here. We should see that start to show up on our managed distribution, unless it's turned off on purpose. Nope, that's ready for importing. And these guys, everything's set up probably about right anyway. I'm going to have a poll running, probably by the time you see this video, to name our first district. Had some options already for that. And then we'll run the poll for this second district probably tomorrow or Saturday. I've had some really good name suggestions for this guy. So I guess probably don't need any more suggestions, but if you have any for this second district, all these islands, feel free to drop those in the comments. This one I think will be fine to run a quick poll with the options we have on hand. And then, of course, as we continue to expand up here, we'll have all sorts of other stuff to name. We are starting to wind down today's episode. I'm not doing another 2.5-hour one. A lot of you liked it, but some of you disliked it just as much, having that much length, that much to sit through. So we are going to vary the length a little bit. But I am glad you guys like the long episodes. Makes it easy to get a lot of good stuff done. But I think now we're in a good spot. We have a day left for the drought. We are going to go ahead and cut it at the beginning of the drought. So I'll go into single time speed. We've got a pretty good handle on stuff. I don't know why it says we have 10 starving beavers when we have plenty of food. So I don't know what these guys are up to, if that's the ones who are working up here. But they also have food there. So again, not really sure what's going on with all these guys being starving. Maybe they just haven't had anything to eat yet today. They're just being upsetty spaghetti about it. But yeah, there you have it. Fantastic accomplishments today. And of course we could be doing a little more. But that's the way it works when you do stuff like this. Sometimes stuff goes according to plan. Sometimes it doesn't. You just take what you can get. Make something cool out of it. And I think we are succeeding in that regard. I like this. The observatory right here. I think that's nice up on top of the rock here. If you have any other ideas for stuff that could go up here, feel free to drop those in the comments also. And we'll take a look and see what we can accomplish I kind of want to fix this, but I also don't want to build a path across the lake because I think that looks tacky. So maybe we won't do that. Maybe we'll see if there's an easy way to fix it. If not, I know we were talking about maybe just sticking it up here, but I don't know. I do have this earmarked for a forester location, but this tree isn't gone yet. I know, you just delete the tree, whatever, you don't need the 8 logs. But we're not in a dire position to have those extra, what, 5 slots for tree growing anyway. So I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll probably move it here when the time comes, but for right now, looks like it's gonna be a-okay, unless moving it here is gonna make it so we can't grow anything over here. We'll see what happens. But yeah, water pumping's looking good. Food production's looking fantastic. We, of course, need more grilled spatterdock, but we are pretty much full up on all of our packaged food storage. And you can't really ask too much more than that. We got plenty of books. Look at that. We got 258 books. We got them stored up here, so we should have pretty much every beaver. Yeah, we're getting there. 130 out of 170. Frog statue. We need some shrines and temples, but that is a next time thing. So as we close out today's episode, just want to take another opportunity to say thanks for being here. I really appreciate you guys and all of the time and enthusiasm that you guys dedicate to these videos. It's really, really, really rewarding to post these and get to talk with you guys. So again, thanks for being here. Remember, you can always leave any comments that you have about what's going on in the game, what you'd like to see, if you think I'm doing something wrong, or if you can actually like identify something I'm doing wrong that I need to fix, please do. I am really not that great at the game. I just post videos of it online, so I am by no means infallible, and I very much appreciate your input. I do read every comment. Can't always respond. Don't always need to respond, but I do read them, and I really appreciate you taking the time to be here. So I look forward to continuing with all of that stuff. We have Ostrov coming tomorrow. We have hopefully good live streams this weekend and all of that fun stuff. And of course, big, huge thanks to the Beard Boosters who make this stuff possible with their continued contributions every month. Makes it a little easier for me to take the time to sometimes make 2.5 hour long Timberborn videos after a full day at work and all of that other fun stuff, including the long promised stuff that we've been trying to get at for a long time. But it's coming soon. Promise. We're working on it. We're getting very, very, very close. And we should be able to get something happening if I don't have any other garbage come up that stops me from recording videos. But yeah, that is just about it. We're going to see how much time we have on this next drought, and then we'll get you on out of here so we can go on with the rest of our lives after almost an hour and a half of Timberborn here on Thursday morning. But yep, really, really appreciate you. Hope whatever you are doing, you have a fun and a safe time. Remember that care about you. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you back on Tuesday for this 6-day drought and the continuation of all that stuff. But yep, that's it. See you later. Bye-bye.